Good morning, beloveds. Oh, sorry. Evening, beloveds. It is not 9 a.m. It is actually 20 minutes after 9 p.m. We've been home for probably around 20 minutes. It was Halloween at Renaissance Festival, and a fabulous day was had by all. There was a big crowd. We made many sales, and the kids were fun, and there were some really amazing costumes. Most of which I watched walk by, a couple of which I did take pictures of. I also got to see Dim and Wit, which was great fun. And ran into a friend and talked to her for a few minutes about what's going on in her life. So yeah, it was good. It was good. I always enjoy it. I always enjoy fair. So yeah. All right. It is October 29th. Our title is Thinking Constructively. The first quote, as a person thinketh in their heart, so are they. And that is Proverbs 23:7. The second quote is, we must be specific in what we do, while at the same time never outlining how it shall be done. And that is Science of Mind, page 301. I am a living being because God created me so. There is only one mind, the mind of God, and it is my mind now. I am consciously aware of myself and the world in which I live because God's mind is active in me. There is one law, the law of good, operating in all that has been created. This law is operating in my personal world and affairs. Everything that is taking place in my world of experience is good. Regardless of how or when changes come, I accept them in this spirit. I do not, at this moment, see how all of the confused and mixed up trends in my affairs can turn out to be good, but I do not have to figure out how it can be done. The creative action of divine intelligence in the law finds the way. I affirm that good and only good is unfolding for me each day of my experience. I let the wisdom of God find a way for bringing it to pass. I think of myself as having an abundance of everything I need: money, goods, services, opportunities, blessings, anything that my heart desires. I rejoice in this abundance and know that health, happiness, and peace are mine. It is wonderful to know this and to live in the expectation of its unfolding. I declare that there is nothing in my past ways of living, or in my memory, or in the subjective stream of thought about me, or in the objective world of conditions or circumstances that can prevent what I have affirmed in this treatment from coming to pass. The creative law is already acting upon the ideas, and I thankfully await their complete unfolding in my experience. And it's WK. It's Wesley Wayne Kintner. All right. There's a whole lot in here. But really, honestly, it's that second paragraph. Okay. So it's three paragraphs here. It's in that second paragraph. Gabby, are you threatening the closet? What is going on here? I do not at this moment see how all the confused and mixed up trends in my affairs can turn out to be good. Okay? I don't see it. But I do not have to figure out how it can be done. All right? The how is not my job. The creative action of divine intelligence in the law finds the way. And that is when we talk about treatment. That's why we talk about, it's important, the what. The what is our job. What is it that we want? And we want to be specific without getting too specific. It's like, so if there's a house, we want to say all of the qualities of the house, but we don't want to give the address. Okay? Because we don't have the right to kick somebody else out of their house just because we want their house. But we're allowed to say the qualities of a house that we really like, even if it is a specific address. We just don't give the specific address. These are the qualities of the house that I like. The qualities of the car, the qualities of the job, the qualities of the partner, love interest, whatever it is, but without naming a name. So you list out all of the qualities. This is what I want. All right. Right down to the color of the car. But not the license plate. Unless you're going to buy a personalized one, but that's a whole different story. That is your job. Your job is to know what you want. Or if not exactly what you want, at least how you want to feel. Okay. And then the how, that's, as he says, the creative intelligence. That's the how is God's job. When we get into the how, we limit the unlimited ways that Spirit has of bringing things to us. So the how is never our job. Now, interestingly enough, after we have done the treatment and released the treatment, it is our job to pay attention, because frequently what we are going to be guided towards to what we want. And so we do have to be aware and paying attention so that we can get, take those signposts of go here, do this, this is what you want, then go here, do this. But that's just it. What is our job? How is Spirit's job? Bar none. All right. Bar none. And that really is kind of the like the ground floor teaching of science of mind. It's like, you can have what you want. You have to be, 1, willing to ask for it, and then 2, willing to receive it. And that's part of why you have to ask for it. It's like God knows what you want. But until you ask for it, then when you ask for it, you are signaling your willingness to receive it. That's the point of asking. Yeah, God already knows what you want, but God also knows that until you ask for it, you're not necessarily ready to receive it. And God's not going to shove something into your life that you're not willing to receive. Okay? So when you ask for it, then, and you signal your willingness to accept it, then the how is the divine intelligence. And like I said, the whole reason why that's Spirit's job, that's the divine intelligence's job, is because we can get in our own way. Like, if there's this house and you specify this address, well, what if just a couple of houses down is everything that you want and more, and maybe at a better price? Never limit Spirit. Don't limit the way that Spirit can bring things to you. That's why the what is our job and the how is Spirit's. And that's the point. Thinking constructively. Tell Spirit in as much detail what you want, with leaving the wiggle room for this or something better, and leave the how to Spirit. Leave the how to Spirit. That's the teaching. I mean, in a nutshell, that is the teaching in a nutshell. So, he says, I think of myself as having an abundance of everything I need. And he lists them out: money, goods, services, opportunities, blessings. Anything my heart desires. Anything your heart desires. You are welcome to anything that your heart desires, as long as it is within that falls in the alignment of the qualities of God. All right? You're welcome to anything. And you deserve anything your heart desires in the quality, in the alignment with the qualities of God. I rejoice in this abundance and know that health, happiness, and peace are mine. It is wonderful to know this and live in the expectation of unfoldment. And that's the release. That's the release, when we are willing to let go and let God. And when we are willing to let go and let go of the how, when we're willing to let go of the how, Spirit has unlimited ways of bringing that our hearts desire, has unlimited ways of bringing it to us. When we start to get into the minutia of the how, we're limiting Spirit. All right. And that is not thinking constructively. And that's why that Science of Mind quote is so important. We must be specific in what we do, while at the same time never outlining how it shall be done. I take that attitude a lot, just in my personal life. It's like, tell me what it is that you want, but don't tell me how to do it. All right? If you want to give me a little outline of things that you think might help me, that's great. But don't tell me how you want me to get the results. Just tell me the results you want, and I will get you those results. Because trust me, if you tell me how I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in the best way possible for both of us. And Spirit will do that for you as well. Spirit will do it in the best way possible for everyone. That's why you got to be willing to let go of the how. All right. And I love that in his treatment, I declare that there is nothing in my past ways of living, or in my memory, or in the subjective streams of thought about me, or the objective world of conditions or circumstances that can prevent what I have affirmed in this treatment from coming to pass. All right? Your past cannot get in your way, especially not when you're willing to let it go. I declare that there is nothing in my past way of living. There's nothing in my memory that can get in the way of what I affirm now. All right. So I might even suggest you choose that as your mission for today. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to affirm that nothing in our past ways of thinking is going to get in the way of what we are affirming now. All right. It's just a nice turn of phrase that Wesley Wayne Kintner has. I affirm that nothing in my past gets in the way of what I am affirming now. All right. And what I'm affirming now is that we are beloved children of God, and that we are practicing this wonderful spiritual practice that I call doing something loving for ourselves, doing something kind for ourselves, doing something compassionate for ourselves, whatever that looks like. For me, it looked like coming home and taking some allergy medication, because I don't know if you can hear it, but I was outdoors all day. And had a grand time, but I also want to be able to sleep tonight. I'm also about to go drink a mineral water with plenty of magnesium as soon as I rescue my hand from my cat, who's being weird. And then I promptly gave it back. Those, when I suggest the spiritual practice of doing something loving, doing something kind, doing something compassionate for yourself, that's on multiple levels. One, it is about self-care. It is absolutely about self-care. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. But it's also about making sure that we take time out to enjoy our lives. Tom and I both worked in the booth today, but it was just fun to be there together. Yes, we were at work, but it was fun to be there together. And so we took the time to enjoy being at fair together, and had a great time, and hopefully made the booth plenty of money. So it was like old times again. And so that's what it can look like. It can look like going to fair together, working, and having a grand time. It can be tomorrow when I take a 4-hour nap from being at fair all day today, because no spring chicken here. It can look like taking care of, it can look like going to bed early, because you can see that big yawn. Sugar! Sorry, don't mean to be yelling at you. I'm clearly tired. It can look like taking a walk. It can look like taking a nap. It can look like taking a deep breath before you speak. It can look like enjoying a fabulous dessert, which we did. The food booth next to us was selling these apple pie a la modes that were just incredible. Oh, yes. The ice cream was good. The apple pie was good. The apple pie was hot. The ice cream was cold. It was good. Okay. And that's what it is, a spiritual practice. And I recommend it every day because I want you to create the habit, the first response, the default setting of responding to no matter what happens in a loving, kind, and compassionate way with yourself. And when you can do it for yourself, because you are the best person to practice on, then you can do it for anybody. And you will have a bank to draw on. You're connected to an inexhaustible source of love, kindness, and compassion. Practice drawing on it. And practice drawing on yourself. You are a beloved child of God. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. All right. I also encourage you, as I always do, to do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like. To drink plenty of water, which I did not, so I need to make it up a little bit before I go to bed tonight. To get that early in your day bright light. We never saw the sun today. It was blissfully cloudy all day, which means I didn't have to wear my sunglasses anytime I left the booth, which was great. Because I always feel a little weird about that. And then, and that reset, the early in your day bright light, it resets your circadian rhythms. You'll have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. It's science. You can look it up. Trust me. Okay. And then in the words of Ernest Holmes, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you. You do live in heaven. Right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. It is. And I just forgot whatever else I was about to say about it. It's a superpower because it's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness, which means you can create it anywhere, anytime. Plug into the source of your own being. That is the point of spiritual practice. That's why we encourage you to do it every time, every day. Get to know the source of your own being. Get to know your own God self. Get to know God's idea of you. All right? Because God's idea of you is whole, perfect, and complete. All right? Okay. I've said it. And if nothing else, then take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. Okay. I'm definitely wearing out of steam now. So, social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. Please feel free to check out, because we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and Creative Life is on TikTok as Creative Life Spark. So, check all that stuff out. Yeah. I think, and if you want to know what's going on at the center, that's email.info@creativelife.org. Email. The email is creativelife. I give up. I said it right the first time, so I'm not going to try again. I'm clearly tired. It's a constant contact. The hot links are hot. It'll take you to where you want to know. There are book studies. There are classes coming up. We've got a food market coming up. And the food markets are amazing. And from everything that I've heard, the Thanksgiving one's a really good one. So if you just want to get your feet wet, and that one should be relatively cool. Relatively cool. I do know where we live. Okay. And I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanting day, a wonder-filled day. It's almost a Halloween day, because we were playing Halloween at Fair Day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right? Okay, I need a drink of water. So I'm going to tell you that Reverend David should be, because Reverend David should have been on it with you around 5 p.m. I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. on Facebook Live. And then we will have an amazing service for you at 11 on Facebook Live. If you're in the area, please feel free to stop by. And then everything should go back to normal until next Saturday. And that is what I know. So take care of yourself. know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.